In this video, we're going to look at a very simple way of unhooking from the ego. Now, when I say the ego, I'm not talking about some kind of actually existing entity that lives somewhere in the body. When I'm saying the ego, I'm simply referring to the sense we often have of being a localized separate self that is using selective attention and is looking through the eyes. It is a sense of being a sort of problem solver or manager. Now, while that managing functionality can very much be useful, if we feel ourselves to be identified with that functioning, that can be quite the restrictive and heavy experience. It is very much a sense of being trapped in this small prison of your skull. And as a result of that, if things get very intense or overwhelming, we likewise feel very much imprisoned, restricted, and suffocated. So what can be done to remedy this condition of being hooked on this problem-solving position of the ego? Well, a very simple way of doing this is to, first of all, notice that in fact you are aware from the position of the problem solver right now. If that's not the case, then of course there's no problem to solve. But what you may notice right now is that when you're looking out at your hand or any object in the room, there is this sense that comes with it of being the one who is looking through the eyes and is now looking at this object. So you are at the other end of this arrow of attention. Now, as you are using attention in this way, just become aware of where the attention is coming from. Notice what this sense of the problem solver actually feels like right here. Just familiarize with this position that you have seemed to take within your own head. And now, as you're familiarizing with this seeming position, just have the sense of opening up back and out into this space-like presence that is wide open, awake, and inclusive of this problem-solving mind. Notice how this position where you seemed to be located within the head is simply something you are aware of right now. It is not what you are or where you are. It is simply something that is appearing in this awake, open presence. And just appreciate very lightly the relaxation, the ease that comes with unhooking from this position and relaxing into this open, awake presence. Now, as you are resting here and simply familiarizing with this taste of freedom, notice how this awareness is relating to that problem-solving mind. We are not sitting in a detached witnessing position. We're not trying to get rid of the mind, but we're simply in this comfortable, placeless place of awareness itself, where the ego is very much recognized. It is felt and seen as an appearance in awareness, but it is not what we are. So we are receiving the information of the mind, but we are not identified with it. So if there is something useful to be done, it very much can be done. But there is never a need to collapse back into this position of being the problem solver, of being this ego manager. We can comfortably live from this presence, take action, move the body, do whatever the situation requires, without identifying with being the problem solver. So again, just familiarize with this capacity to not just rest in this open presence, but to actually live from it. Whatever you do next, just notice how this potential is always here, is always available, just a glimpse away, just in the simple movement of first noticing this functioning of the ego, and then just relaxing, opening up into this presence, which has always been here, which doesn't come and go. And then simply allowing life to flow from here.